Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today for this video, my craft room's still a mess. So, because I have a gazillion projects going on right now, close to Christmas. But I thought I would go ahead and film this project. I'm going to try to do start to finish as one of my journal videos that I'm starting to do back in the class. Or in my YouTube. So I wanted to show you, look at this beautiful fabric. So my very good friend, best friend, gave me this fabric. She was gifted it. So it's got this beautiful motif on here, and it's got this beautiful band. I have ideas. So she has requested that I make a journal out of it, and she's going to re-gift it to the person who gave her this fabric, which was her grandmother's that she had for her grandmother had this piece for a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a journal cover out of it, and I'm going to do it in the style of Gail Augustinelli. I've always wanted to try that style. So I have this piece here, and then I went through my fabric stash, and I have this purple I think would look really good for the inside. It's got this light purple right here, some of these purples. So I think that would look really nice for the inside. I have some, I don't know where I got this. I think somebody gave it to me, this fusible batting. It's old. Be good for the padding on there. So I just rough cut that. And then I'm going to use these 9x12 envelopes that I have and the seam binding. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these metal pieces from here. And I've already folded it in half, so these are 9x12, and I am going to seal this top end, and then this one does not want to come out very easily. Okay, it's okay because we're going to just close that up. So we're going to seal this end because we don't need that open on both of these. And I'm really excited because I've been wanting to try this journal cover technique, and I haven't actually had the time to do that. So now that I have this special order, I only do special order for my friends and family, but just because it can impede my creativity if I have too many requirements and too many you know, rules or whatever. If I have just like that piece of material, I can just kind of run with it. So then I'm going to fold that and make sure it's folded in half. I'm just going to check that the envelope is a little bit crooked. So I'll just make sure that's folded in half. And by folding this in half, it's going to help it when we're adding our layers. And I'm actually going to sew this cover. One of my processes for cleaning was to get my table cleared because I craft on my sewing table. It's a very tiny room, so it's a multi-purpose table now. But I need this space so I can cut material patterns for my husband's gifts that he wants. And so I need this space back for sewing. So card making is slowing down quite a bit right now because I've got all this sewing to do. So I thought, well, since I have to do sewing, I'll go ahead and get this ready, and that way I have this ready for the sewing machine, and you can sew on it. You don't have to sew the cover if you don't want to. That is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make sure that is fairly straight. And because my craft room right now is such a mess, because I've got crochet projects, sewing projects, card projects that I have finished that I need to put away, and journal projects, sewing project, crochet projects. I just got a lot of projects going on. So anyway, I'm on my 8th Afghan. I have Afghans I'm making for my kids, my grandkids, and I'm on my last one, my 8th one. So I thought what I would do for the cover, let's see, which end do we want this on? We want this on because it's going to go on the inside. So this is going to go like that. So I'm deciding where, this is going to be our tie, and I'm deciding where to put it. So I think I want it more towards the inside because I'm going to put lace on the edge of this before I sew. So I think I want the tie to come underneath the lace. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of this out. And this is from my scrap cabin shop. I got a little splurged a little while back and got a little bit of this. I'm just trying to find my end here. And I need to figure out how much of it I need. And she hand dyes this, and it's so pretty. I got a variety of colors. But I just kind of want to flatten that out and glue it down. But I do want it crinkly when it comes out. So I just need to decide how much of this I'm going to need for a tie. Closure. And I thought this pink went well with the pink flowers that are in it. Will this be enough? We'll be a little bit generous. Okay, we're going to cut that there. And then I'm going to open this back up. And I'm going to find the center. Let's see. This is going to go sandwich in between here, which means the fabric's going to be on this side. I just want to think about this before I put it on. So if this is going to sandwich here and the fabric's on that side for the inside, yep, I do want it. No, I want it on this side. The side the fabric's going to be on. Yep. Okay. So that means I need it on this side here. And I'm doing this just so I don't have to worry about sewing individual pieces on each end, or poking a hole in there and putting a rivet, you know, in there. And I'm just kind of guesstimating the center here. I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and I'm just going to tack it down because we're going to sew all the way around so it will hold there as well. So let's go ahead and just run a little bit of this through there. And I'm going to straighten it out. And just make sure that this sticks. It's flat so it doesn't provide any bulk or bumpiness in there. That should be good. And I'm just going to run some more this way, all the way down. Yeah, so I know I wanted to get this started, at least the cover done, because the rest of it to me is not, it's just time consuming. It's not difficult, it's just time consuming. So I wanted to get this done before I finish cleaning up my space for sewing, and that way it's ready and I don't have to worry about cutting any more material or anything like that, and I can just have it as my sewing table for a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. And that will be, really I could do either side. So once I get the fabric on here, we'll figure out, because this is going to go, the fabric is on the inside, that will pull this in and tie it on the inside. But if I put it this way and put the fabric in, that will sandwich in here. I'm trying to think of how it's pulling. So that'll pull that way, as opposed to, I like that pull better. Okay, so this is the side the purple's going to go on. So I have this batting, and I've pre-cut it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I just want to make sure that, I'm going to put some more Fabri-Tac, or this is, yeah, this is Fabri-Tac right down here, just to get this straight. Because I want this straight. There we go. It's probably good. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly see if it covers most of the envelope. And if I need to trim it down. I think I need to trim it down a little. Yeah, I think I need to trim it down just a little bit. That's good. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take this Fabri-Tac and I'm just going to put it in various places here. It doesn't need a ton because we're sewing, just to hold the stuffing down. Or batting, I guess it's called batting. To hold that down, and I'm just going to kind of stretch it a little bit. And I can always trim it some more. You don't want too much glue anyway, and you don't want any glue around the edges. I'm going to trim this off some more. This is a little bit long on this end. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I need to, let's go ahead and get this one ready. And this needs to be trimmed, but we're going to go ahead and just put some glue on it to hold that batting down, and then we can trim it after. Now I'm just going to go ahead and go around and get this trimmed up. And right here. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Those two are good for right now, and so this is going to go like this. Wait, maybe this is supposed to go like this. That will be fine. That's not what I intended. I actually didn't think about it right. I wanted it to go on this side, but that's fine. Okay, it'll still work. It's going to be stitched. So this one is going to have this purple fabric that I have in my stash. So I'm just going to, not going to iron it. Actually, okay, so I'm gonna wrap that. Thinking here, I might need to take this off and put it on the other side. Put it on this side and put the fabric. I can wrap and then tuck that back. Okay, that's what I need to do. So let's put this on here. Don't worry, you're not even going to see that. Beautiful thing about making journals is you can easily hide things you mess up on or correct it and put something pretty on it. Okay, so let's do it this way. Put this on crooked, so I just need to trim that off a little bit. There we go. Okay, that should be good. Now I can kind of cut. I need enough to wrap around the edges of here because that's going to go around to the back here. So we probably want to cut it about here. Go down here a little bit and cut this probably about like that. There. So that piece is cut. And then this is going to go on here like this. And I think I'm not even going to worry about gluing that. I think I'm going to cut away. Let's see. Pull this back a little bit. That'll be good there. I think I need a little bit of glue to tack this down here. All right, so I'll bring those in, and this needs to be flipped up this way. I don't think I'm going to trim the corners because I want to make sure the corners, and that didn't need a lot of glue because I'm going to be sewing. That's okay, I'm going to have to let this dry anyway. Because I kind of want to just fold these corners in differently so that there is plenty of support on the corners of this journal. And then this can go back down on here. And then this end here, I think I'm going to cut that selvage just because I don't think I need it. Okay, we will get that tacked down. nice. It's going to kind of be a soft cover journal with some stability to it. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry a minute. I think I need my little silicone thumb. It would make it easier to hold that down. It's probably good for now. So what I was talking about is I think what I want to do is I want this to come in. I'm just going to fold it in and fold this up just to make sure that those corners have some good thickness. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Make sure this is down. And I'm just going to fold this in. Get some glue down here so this attaches. And I'm just trying to make sure that this fold doesn't go over the edge of that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Tack that down with some of this glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more tacking right there. Okay, there's that side, and then we're going to go ahead and do this side here. So there's the inside. It's going to be kind of like a quilted journal. That's going to be lovely. So that's one side, okay? It's good. Just make sure all these are down. These edges look good. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to deal with this. And what I need to do for this is decide where I want this coming. So this, the flowers look like they're facing this direction. Well, no, not necessarily. That looks good like that too. I feel like because these are up that this is the way it needs to go. So I have to flip this over and decide where I'm putting this, and I feel like I want to capture this top part, so I'm going to line this up where it's folded. I feel like I want to capture this top part here and move this over, see, that would give me that for the cover of my journal. Bring it over a little bit. And down. That would be the cover right there. I think that would be really pretty, and we get most of that flower on there. Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna tack some glue on here to hold this in place till it gets sewn. And we are gonna put it right about there. Flip it over and try to smooth it out. All right, so now we're gonna cut. I am going to use the leftover fabric in this journal. I don't know how, but I plan on using the leftover because it's just pretty fabric. And this here, we'll cut it out there. And we'll cut this down here. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing. So fold these ends in first. I was kind of wishing that this pattern was smaller so I didn't have to cut into it, but I don't feel like making a bigger journal was an option, so. Okay, there's that. And now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to go and grab that. And we're going to bring this in so that we have some good support on the corners. And get this tacked down. And if I get a hold of them, I might do some metal book corners on this. That. I think that's good. And then the same thing here. Now I am going to let this dry before I sew it because it will gum up your needle in your sewing machine. So I want to make sure this is nice and dry just in case I get any glue on my sewing machine. So that's going to be my cover right here. Isn't that pretty? And then this is going to be the inside. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make sure these are all lined up. And then I'm going to just tack these two together. Yeah, that looks really good. It looks like I got all the corners. There's no, well, this needs maybe to be pulled down just a little. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to put the glue back on this here. So the last thing I kind of want to do is I want to take this strip here and use this as a pocket right here. So I just need to decide how I'm going to put that on. So, because I think that would look so pretty right in here, this teal and the purple. Oh, gorgeous. So I kind of need a straight cut. I could kind of fussy cut this fabric a little bit here and then let this just sit down. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's see if I can do that. It'll make it fray. So maybe I need to hem it. So if I do it like that, just cut that line and hem it back like this, that'll give me, that'll be pretty. So let's just do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this line here, get this out of the way so I don't cut it. Now this strip I'm cutting off would make a really pretty ruffle. I might take some of those strips and ruffle them, and we'll have lace and ruffles in here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we've got that piece, and if we hem it, we go maybe 1/4 inch and then 1/4 inch so it doesn't fray. That should be really pretty. So then I can cut this selvage off here. Okay, so this piece is ready for me to use as a pocket on here. See, this is the way it's going to go, and this pocket, once I finish cutting up where I want it, will be in here on the inside. But I'm going to, like I said, hem this down, so it should just have a small border here. And I may hem this as well. No, maybe not, because I'm going to just stitch it down. I might thin this down a little bit so it comes down a little bit, but I just want this on the inside here. So I'm just going to put this in when I get it ready and sew all the way around. This will all be open, and when we sew the signature in, that'll kind of cut that in the middle, but I think that'll be really pretty. But here's what we got. I can kind of fold it right now. Here's what we got for a cover. Once I get it all sewn and retrain it to fold again. And then this will tie these together. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to be so pretty. Just love that. Okay. All right, so that's as far as we can go on the cover right now. I'm just going to put this here, and we've got our scraps to set aside. I will show you what this looks like before we put the signatures in once I get it all sewn around. And it'll have the pocket on the inside, and then we will start the process of selecting the signatures. I have no idea what digital I'm using yet. I think I'm going to use a digital for this, but I don't have any idea what I'm using yet. So that'll be on the next video. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.